but I truly think nothing is impossible. I think it's just a question of mindset. Do you want to be part? I say yes, but I still want to create product and to walk the talk. So doing marketing or doing sustainability in a certain way is the same job. India was a big lesson for me. I understood that it's not about truth or not having the truth, it's about how you filter life. They expect from us to build a new model of society, and they are right.
Welcome to Business Minds. Today we are delighted to welcome Maya Colombani. So can you maybe give us your title at L'Oréal, because we know it is very specific, it's quite unique.
I love my title. Chief Sustainability and Human Rights Officer. But the
Beautiful.
best part is human rights.
Excellent. We will dig into that later. Thank you very much. So can you tell us a bit what it's about? Define what are your biggest responsibilities in just a few words.
Alors, what is about? In fact, I work for L'Oréal and we are the leader for beauty industry worldwide. So my title is about the duty to bring value for the society beyond business. So it's very concrete. It's each day when we took a decision in our business, the way we create, transport, produce, innovate in L'Oréal, we will include our impact, environmental impact, and also social impact. And of course, at least respecting the human rights of everybody, but going beyond having a positive impact on people and our society. So my job is about transforming my business, our business, but also engaging all our ecosystems, supplier, retailer, consumer, and bringing value for the society, even though beyond our business for women, nature regeneration, and circularity. So I think I have the best job in the world.
Very complete, very rich. We'll dig into that a bit more later. So first of all, we'd like to understand where the journey of our guests come from. So my first question is very simple. Where did you grow up and what kind of job were you dreaming of doing as a kid?
So where I grew up in the middle of the mountain in France, Grenoble. And I grew up in a very beautiful space, very bound with nature, with the mountain, with the trees. I grew up also with an amazing role model as my mother and my grandmother. And my dream when I was younger was to be a psychanalyst, even though at 6 and 7 years old.
Wow.
And I stick to it until 14 years old, where I decide to do marketing and communication, meaning being a psychologist at the service of capitalism.
Wow.
Smart, but it's all about understanding people and also supporting people. I really love understanding who is face to me, understanding what's the story behind each one. So I wanted to be psychotherapist.
Very interesting. And so you mentioned the social side of you. What kind of personality traits did you exhibit when you were younger?
I was super outgoing, very rebellious. Not a big surprise, huh? Very dynamic. I was always a leader of all the little children in my area, and we were building a big mission and big adventure. I was very also bound with nature, building some cabin and hiding in the forest and doing sport also, even though mountain bike. So I was a little bit like a tomboy, but I was also very, I will say, with artist touch. I was drawing a lot and very focusing when I was drawing. But I think I am still the same than when I was children. I didn't lose myself towards the years.
That sounds very good. That's impressive. And so with all of this, were there any signs early on that you would pursue a career in business? You mentioned your will to go into marketing and communication. Were there any signs beyond this psychanalyst interest?
In fact, it's not really in business, in my mind. For me, doing business, it's more about contributing to our society and bringing value and understanding people. So for me, selling product does not interest me at all. What interests me is understanding my society and building something new and offer it to my society, but new and meaningful. So yes, I think a lot of me when I was younger demonstrates this interest because I was always very active for the activity in my college. I was the head of the small journal paper for my college, like a small journalist, and I was always leading the big movement for example, doing all the gay pride, sorry, but it was really important, fighting for something bigger than me. So this point of understanding the society and making the difference for the society through information, through activism, or through creativity was always there. And I think also my capacity to build a relationship with people is something very strong. I love people, and it's very obvious. And I need people, I love people, so the connection with someone else, even though from another culture, it's really easy for me because I want to know you more. So I think I'm very connected with people. So the fact to do business is about connecting with people and bringing value with society.
Very inspiring. This makes the link with the human rights position that you have now. This is very interesting. So in your younger years, what did you study? And what was your goal? Did you have a clear goal in mind already?
Yeah. In fact, when I grew up, we had a very famous TV show that was called Culture Pub. So I wanted to do a very creative advertising and all this stuff. So I have naturally drive my cursus to business school. It was not so easy because I'm dyslexic. So I had to fight to succeed to have the right level and to compensate my dyslexia with other skills. But yes, I was really clear that I want to do advertising and communication. And you know what? I have done a training in a big advertising company, and I hate it.
Okay.
I truly hate it. And I say, okay, no way. And I compare with another training that was mixing two aspects of what I love, art and trend. I have worked in design agency, and I really love it. So when I was 20 years old, I really wanted to become a planner strategic in design agency, working with artistic director and working with very different people on very different markets. But when they give me an offer, a job offer, they offer me to start a very commercial job. So I say, maybe I will work on the private sector, a traditional private sector.
Okay.
So it was a click. And there, I decide just to work for my passion. So what I love, eating. So I sent my CV to Ediard and Fauchon in France, which is a very high gastronomy. I have sent my CV to Canson because it's all about drawing.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, I love art. I have sent my CV to Guerlain because I love word. And the name of the fragrance of Guerlain are really, for me, magical. L'Heure Bleue, Samsara. It's really disruptive. And I have sent to Kerastase. Well, that is very weird. It's my Madeleine de Proust. Because when I was younger, my mother had very long hair. And me too, I have still long hair, you see. And to detangle my hair, and I as was very, very dynamic, it was a nightmare. So it took 3 hours, it was a lot of sufferance. And my mother was bringing from the hairdresser salon a pot of Kerastase Masco Maïs, which was a very expensive beauty product. And we were not so, we were really a low middle classes. So it was really a sacrifice for my mother. And she was buying that in order to take care of my hair, very long hair. And I never forget the exchange, emotion exchange and the tenderness. So I have sent my CV to Kerastase. In a way, to reconnect also with my mother. It's crazy, huh?
Wow, yeah.
Without knowing that it was L'Oréal.
Wow, so you connected emotionally with the product because of your mother.
Yeah, and because the moment on Sunday when she was detangling my hair. And for me, my mother, she was a free woman with very beautiful long hair. A strong woman. I have a huge symbolism around hair. And for me, caring about hair is something that is far away more meaningful than just beauty.
Wow.
I will give you some, you will be surprised, but when you die, your hair are still growing.
I heard that, yeah.
So it's about loving, even though a part of you that is already dead. But also it's about, I think the meaning is super strong, but also when you are in good health or very happy, your hair will be healthy. When you have some depression or a big moment in your life, for example, as maternity, you can lose your hair. And when you have a big moment that you want to celebrate, most of the time you will cut your hair or making them beautiful. When you want to break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you change your fragrance, you cut your hair, and you buy new clothes. So it's really interesting, but hair, it's transversal everywhere. In all the religion and the symbolism around it, it's super strong. So yes, I have entered in L'Oréal by mistake. It was a misunderstanding because I have entered for the Mask of Maïs of Kerastase.
Wow. Wow, this is very unique. That's very beautiful. And so during your early years, back to your current position, were you able to envision that you would one day hold the position you have today?
On sustainability and human rights?
Yeah.
Never.
Never?
Never. But I have envisioned that I will work in Brazil.
Okay.
And that is really weird in me. I wanted to be a psychanalyst or psychologist, whatever. And I wanted to live in Brazil. At the end of the day, I think I am very bound with my purpose and my dream. It's just a reformulation because at the end of the day, my work is about people, understanding them, fighting for them, helping them. And I succeed to live in Brazil at 32 years old. So I'm achieving all the dreams that I had when I was a child. And I can say I am very happy about that. All the dreams that I had, I realize them. So I'm not disconnected with my child. And that makes me very happy.
Okay, excellent. And so you mentioned the start of your career in the advertisement agencies that you didn't really like. Well, can you walk us through the steps, the main steps of your career that went from this point to the point where you are today?
Okay, so I have 22 years in L'Oréal, so it's quite impressive because I'm so free.
Long-term relationship.
Yeah, long-term relationship with up and down as a relationship, but a very free relationship. Yes, I married each year again and again with my company because I love this company. It's very fast. It's very about people. This company gives you a tremendous freedom to make the difference. So that is something that really excites me, and also the worldwide aspect of the company. You can talk with someone from Japan, China, India, Brazil, Canada, US in the same day, and it's really casual for us. So it makes the world look smaller but also more united. So that is really fitting with my Globetrotter value. So I have more or less 15 years in international marketing, so meaning that I was creating product for all the world. Okay. And I start with Kerastase. And can you imagine that I have relaunched the mask of maize of Kerastase? So it was a declaration for the spirit and the soul of my mom. So I have created a lot of product, ultra luxe product for Kerastase, but also I have been to India working on a skincare beauty brand. So I had the opportunity after 10 years to go to India, China, or New York, and guess what? I have go to India as I have a strong link with this country. My name, Maya, comes from India. My mother was a yoga teacher, Hatha yoga teacher. My grandfather was the head of Pondicherry. So I say, okay, let's go back to roots and don't choose the obvious, which is New York. Go to India and take the more risky adventure about creating a skincare brand in India, where you have a strong culture of Ayurveda and all this kind of stuff. So I have been to India, and it was really crazy. I really studied the different beauty habits, the power of the plant. Also, it was really interesting in terms of discovering new spirituality and new way of thinking, because in India, it's not about good and bad. It's about duty and destiny. So karma and dharma. So India was a big lesson for me. I understood that it's not about truth or not having the truth. It's about how you filter life and what's the meaning you put behind. So in India, I have work on understanding the Indian beauty and also beauty brand acquisition. What should be the beauty brand we should buy for L'Oréal? And after 1 year and a half, more or less, my human resources that know that my childhood dream was to go to Brazil, she said, Maya, you have to come back. I said, no. I am great in India, and the connection is working well. And she said, yes, but it's for Brazil. And I said, I'm coming back right now.
Beautiful. And so I would like to ask a bit more specific questions about the roles, the international product managers that went. Yeah.
I was an international marketing director for Kerastase. After I was an international marketing director in India as a hub, we call it a hub. When I come to Brazil, I was an international marketing director for all the professional products.
Okay.
After that, so there I was. I have done all the kind of stuff that I have done in India, like understanding the habit and the value behind the Brazilian beauty, and I have been promoted to be the innovation director for Brazil. But at this stage, I was already doing a lot in terms of sustainability. In fact, I never stopped doing stuff on sustainability. So at the middle of my career in Brazil, I was launching a lot of products with biodiversity ingredient, micro-distribution in the community. I was super engaging in the community development in Amazonia. So my way of thinking was quite disruptive because I was always thinking about people, the consumer, the trend, making beautiful products that respond to the specificity of the culture. But also I was always obsessed about creating value for the society. So promoting new ingredients as babatsu, prakashi, murumuru from Amazonia, and not just taking from Amazonia, but giving back to the community, building some project, paying at least the fair price, which is a minimum, but also developing the country, buying some boat to have access to different places, solar panel for the community in Amazonia. I have worked also many years on a project to take off, to help women in the community in order to have a great profession in the beauty industry, like a micro-distribution project. So I was naturally, in all what I was creating, putting people and nature in the center of my decision. So at the middle of my, I will say, business and marketing and innovation career, the president of the country told me, we need somebody to lead the sustainability program for Brazil. Do you want to be part? I say yes, but I still want to create product and to hold the talk. So it was a shift. And I accumulate the function. Okay. But I also catch what is starting. Because 10 years or 12 years ago, believe me, sustainability was not so central, even though the expertise was not so clear. So it was really great because I love creating stuff and to take this new adventure. So my new adventure was not to go to a new country, it was to change my expertise from marketing to sustainability.
Okay. And so getting, again, a bit more specific, how did you learn? You talk a lot about innovative, create new products that fit with the culture. How do you learn these things on, like, especially if you come from a marketing background?
What do you learn about people at the end of the day? By spending time with them and in a certain way loving them and having interest for the people who you are talking to. So me, I'm somebody that really love to be on the field. And as I tell you, for me, I'm not losing time speaking with people and understanding their reality. So why I was good in marketing, of course, because I was creative, but because I really love people and the difference of people, of different culture and everything. So maybe the biggest insight when you do marketing or innovation or whatever, when you create something for the society, it's about loving people and giving time to people, listening to people, connecting with them. And more they are different from you, more you have to learn. So I think it's maybe the biggest insight I can share. So doing marketing or doing sustainability in a certain way is the same job. It's one more time about people and bringing value to your society. The function is changing, your performance and the way to evaluate your performance is not the same, but the quality and the skill you need are the same. It's about creating, bringing value, respecting people, and respecting also nature in a way.
Excellent. And so you touched a little bit about this in the beginning, but what do you like most about your job today?
Creating new movements. Creating new movements that go beyond the business, that go beyond the cities, that go beyond the province, that will reach the country, that will reach maybe even though bigger worldwide. For me, fighting for indigenous rights, it's a non-negotiable value we should all embrace. So I have worked a lot about that in Brazil, and I am still working a lot about on that in Canada. So what I love the most is really creating this movement about tech for good. Technology can serve something bigger than just having data about people or just making business. Technology can be something beautiful about decarbonization, accessibility, inclusivity. So what I love in my job is everything is possible because the expertise is really new and people do not embrace so much the complexity of our world. So everything is possible to be created. But we have so much to do because today we are truly in crisis, climate crisis, the biggest humanitarian crisis we have seen. We have geopolitical tension as never. So at the end of the day, you and I, we belong to 1% of the population. What we do with our power. So what I love in my job is at least I have a great power toward the leader of beauty to do different, to reinvent the process, to bring value for my society. I have a voice. We have a voice. I can express freely what we are fighting for. So what I love the most in my job, the freedom to do different, the possibility to bring value for the society, And also, it's using 100% of my skill, hard skill and soft skill. I feel myself in my job. I feel the best version of myself. And there is something weird in my job. I think nothing is impossible because I have an amazing leader. I love my president, but I truly think nothing is impossible. I think it's just a question of mindset. So I never fix my target or my ambition according to what is possible. I fix my target according to what is fair, what is meaningful, what we can do that is not done today. So that is the magical of my work.
Very inspiring again. I have one more question on your career path. So you were born in France. You had your roots in India. You had your dream in Brazil. How did you end up in Montreal, Canada?
Because I have to learn and to evolve. It's about evolution.
Okay.
So first, even though if I grow up in France, I feel as a citizen of the world. I told you, my mother grew up in Madagascar, Tananarive, and my father in Morocco. So I don't feel French. I feel truly citizen of the world, but not using this expression to look cool. I love discovering new culture. So I have a strong root in India, as you say. Brazil reveals the best version of me. Brazil make me happy, make me solar. And why I decided to go to Canada? Because I wanted to continue to learn. In fact, in my career, it's all about putting me in a position of learning new culture, new country, new function, new expertise. And I think the day that I will stop learning is the day when I will die. And I will never forget my grandmother. She was one of the first chemical and physical teacher, and it was not the same epoch than today. And she never stopped learning. Even though when she was close to be blind, she was listening to some audio to still learn and still read about philosophy, about history. So being alive is about learning. It's about discovering new people, new culture, and being alive is also contributing. So in Brazil, I had the feeling that I have achieved a lot. But my president have done a tremendous invitation and provocation. She knew me very well. Huh? She was also my leader in Brazil. And she was promoted to Canada. And she have done a provocation. She said, I dream to have a Maya in Canada. And I answer, as you, I love Brazil. And she tell me, what you will do more in Brazil that you have not already done. And she was super, she impacted me because I have done so many big scale projects in Amazonia, community development. I have fighting poverty, woman empowerment, school inside the favela where the most violent favela. Decarbonize my business and I say, okay, I stay in Brazil in my comfort zone with all my connection, with all my power, or I continue to learn and to discover a new culture. And Canada, I always fit with Canada. There is a lot of stuff that attract me. The kindness of the people. You have the biggest intact forest in the world, and Brazil too. So you see, we can say Canada is Brazil of the North in a way. The cultural mixity, for example, in L'Oréal Canada, you have more than 82 different culture or nationality in L'Oréal Canada. Yeah. So you have a nationality from all over the world, and also this background of indigenous community. And that I am very linked with that. And I have done many projects with Kayapo and Guarani. And this expertise that I have developed toward many years, I wanted to develop it in Canada with all the First Nation, discovering Inuit, discovering Métis, and building new projects on that. So I say, okay, let's turn the page and open a new chapter, a white page, with a great leader that trusts me, empower me, in a beautiful country where we have so much to build, so much to protect, so much to care. And I say, okay, I go for this adventure.
Very nice. And so you mentioned all the big impacts that you made in Brazil.
Yeah.
What would you say you are the most proud of in your career as of today?
My social impact, far away. I have bring to life more than 42 social projects inside the community that was the most vulnerable. In these 42 projects, one of the biggest of the L'Oréal group are linked with the indigenous community, Kayapo Guarani. And when we have done it, it was maybe the most complicated moment to do so because of the local politic, and it was a true activism to do so. Protecting the forest guardian, fighting against poverty, it was really decisive. So all the legacy, all the projects we have built together to fight against poverty, to empower women, to give them dignity through technology, through handcraft, through beauty, knowledge, and all the stuff, but also our activism to protect the forest guardian, for me is really something that I want to transmit to my child.
Do you have any examples of, the woman empowerment, all these actions? Would you have one to give us like a concrete example?
I have one which is very beautiful and one of the biggest projects, even though for the group, if it's not the biggest project in terms of investment, we took 3 years to build with the Kayapo and Guarani indigenous community, a project that will valorize the traditional handcraft of Kayapo and Guarani women. To do so, we give them some different machine. We will build some woman house inside their tribe. So that is really powerful because you have the warrior's house. You don't have woman house. So we are changing even though the local dynamic. And this project will bring them some revenue and help them to be more resilient economically. So helping them to have more additional revenue, it's really fundamental because by doing so, you make them more resistant to protect their own culture and to keep their youth inside the tribe. So this project for me is really meaningful. And what I love the most is this project doesn't come from at all from me or L'Oréal or our partner. It was designed by this woman in this community, and we just listen. And we ask them, what do you need? Where do you need to be supported? What we can do for you? So that is a real way to partner with somebody. You don't tell the other what they have to do. You listen to them, what they need to be, even though a better version of themselves. And it's what we do also in Canada. Also with the indigenous community in Canada.
Okay. And in this specific example, how did they reach out to you? How did the communication start?
I reach out to them.
Okay.
But at the beginning, in fact, during the COVID crisis, they reached out to us because we were super active in Brazil. We support more than 200 hospitals by giving them material to fight against COVID. We have helped more than 240,000 families inside the more poor community. And some indigenous chiefs contact us to have some support too, because they didn't have any material to protect them from the COVID.
Okay, and so this leads me to another question, because for us in the Western world, we see L'Oréal as a cosmetics company, period. How did L'Oréal take this role to invest so much in the local communities under your action?
In fact, for us, it's central. In everything, it's in our DNA, it's in our art to make the difference for our societies that go far away beyond our business. So what we do, we transform even though our product. You have to know that, for example, we have 97% of our products that are eco-designed. Concretely, it means that, for example, our product have a high biodegradability, meaning respecting water, respecting nature. We are putting some strong commitment to have 100% of recycled plastic packaging. We are investing 15 million in a circular fund to promote startups that have new technology with biomaterial and everything like that. So 15 million and 18 million to empower our community. And the second biggest project, look, the first one was in Brazil. The second will come to Canada. And one more time will be for autochthone people and women. And you know what? We have co-created together. And one more time, I have joined this community. We have talked together, and they come back with a beautiful project that will get to life probably this year. Healing center to support all the women that have suffered trauma, violence, alcoholism, all the trauma you can imagine with the First Nation and all the indigenous community. And we will support this project 3 years and beneficiate 3,000 women. But what is really interesting for me beyond that is the reconciliation we are building by listening our community and what they need from us and not pushing our solution. Building trust, building friendship. So L'Oréal, we are truly committed, and L'Oréal Canada even more. We have been recognized by some award, but I don't say that to say in an arrogant way. It means even though externally they can check that we are doing the right path. As I tell you, we are investing in Canadian startup to promote circularity. We are partnering also with our retailer to take back our packaging, but also we are reforesting the Northwest Territory where you still have fire, partnering one more time with autochthone community. We don't bring there the tree. We empower the local community, the First Nations there, to have the knowledge of agroforestry, to do themselves their own reforestation process. And we partner together as friends. So it goes far away beyond business. It's about the way we are doing business should bring value for others. Even though in L'Oréal Canada, we are 100% renewable energy, and in 2025, even though our factory will be a water loop factory, meaning we will not waste any drop of water. So in everything we do, transport, innovation, or product, but also even though the power of our brand to do more than just being a brand, to do more for nature, to do more for women, is something that is in our daily routine.
Wow.
Top 5 priority of L'Oréal Canada.
Wow, yeah. So this is both very interesting and impressive. And it leads me to another question. It is that we hear in the maybe public opinion that most beauty brands are doing a little bit of these just for communication and are accused of greenwashing. What you're saying is pretty impressive in the other way. What is your opinion on this? Do you understand the criticism about the greenwashing of a certain company? Do you believe it is legitimate? Do you think it's completely wrong? Do you know other companies who do such things just like L'Oréal with you, or?
But I love the provocation, but I love that the society is fighting against greenwashing, because I'm fighting too.
Have you ever noticed greenwashing?
Yeah. I notice greenwashing, and I notice that people are more aware, and they ask more to the company, and they ask more to the politician, and they expect from us to build a new model of society, and they are right. And they are fed up to see some lie or marketing manipulation, and they are right. So on my side, I am the first one to promote transparency. I can give you many examples, but for example, we are one of the first cosmetic brands that launched in Canada what we call product information labeling. So if you take, for example, a Garnier product, which is one of our brands, or La Roche-Posay product, or Biotin product, if you look or if you look at the website, you will have all the data about this product, or CO2 emission, or usage of water, what ingredient is inside, do we beneficiate some community or not, the percentage of recycled plastic. And we will rank our product from A to E, A, B, C, D, E, and all the methodology have been done through scientific external experts, meaning it's not us that are happy with or satisfied with what we do. It's about science and scoring and social and environmental impacts. So by doing so, what we are doing, we are promoting a new relationship which is not based on we are the best and blah, blah, blah. We are promoting a relationship which is based on trust. Nobody asks us, L'Oréal, to be perfect. But what everybody asks us is to be authentic and never give up to improve our social and environmental impact. It's all okay to say where we are today and where we will go, because people are really... In fact, they accept that it's a long journey to change our process. But when we talk about our sustainability action, we should put number. It's not about intention, it's about always having action. So, for example, in this scoring and this new relationship of total transparency, we have some products who have a A, some products who have a B, some products who have a C, a D, and a E, and we do not hide it. But my D, I will rework it, and I have nothing to hide to make it as efficient, but better for the environment and better for the people. So it will become progressively a C, and one day a B, and one day a A. So when it's come to sustainability or greenwashing, first point, nobody is perfect. It's a long journey. It's about authenticity. It's about action. It's about evaluating and putting score behind. So when we talk about greenwashing, in fact, we fight against all this greenwashing. And we don't want this greenwashing polluted the companies that are doing right and truly working on improvement. So, yes, there is a lot of greenwashing everywhere, but be sure that we will do our part to never do so. And we are ready to answer to all your questions without hiding any process. And one more time, yes, we are not perfect, but if you look at all what L'Oréal is doing, you will be surprised by the authenticity of our action, because it's in all our value chain, all our departments. And remember, we are the only company in the world who have 7 years in a row one of the biggest ranking in terms of respect of forest, climate, and water, which is called the CDP ranking. So one more time, it's external evaluation that sees that we are doing the right job. Is it enough? No. My obsession, it's not about what we have conquest or achievement, it's how to do more. I am satisfied? No. When you tell me it's impressive what we are doing, no. It's what we must do. The question is how we can do more.
Very, very beautiful again. Back maybe to your international background and journey. What would you say, you mentioned a little bit about the personal relationship that you had with the different countries, India and Brazil and everything. What would you say are the cultural differences that make your activities different in each country?
Alors, in France, it's a culture of debate, and we valorize a lot the idea. And it's really interesting. So we can talk many hours about one word or the beauty of an idea. And it's all okay to not agree with the people you are talking with. It's really a true culture of debate, and I really love it. As I tell you, as a human rights officer too, I love the culture of debate and freedom of speaking and having different opinion and respecting each other. In India, wow, India, it's an ancestral country that have a tremendous and beautiful resilience. You don't go to India. India receives you. This country is probably one of the oldest civilizations that is still intact, with the same religion, with the same behavior. And whatever the process or geopolitical process or colonization of India, India is still India. So India, for me, they are truly brilliant. As I tell you, a sponge of knowledge. Brazil, it's about the wisdom of happiness and emotion. In Brazil, you don't lose time about the future and the past. You just live the present because they had a history that brings them to this past. And even though if you have a lot of poverty, believe me, the happiness of all the families, they really enjoy each moment. So they have also their rhythm, not losing time, not losing energy to build the future, but being there, here, now, with your family, enjoying, with simple stuff. So Brazil, it's why I tell you, Brazil make me happy, and me being a better version of me. And Canada, what I learned from Canada and the specificity of Canada, I think Canada is one of the most strategic countries for the world in terms of forest, in terms of culture diversity. And I think Canadian people are very humble in a way, because they have one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and they never show off. They are more about sharing, team spirit. They are never arrogant. So I really love Canada about that. The balance between having a beautiful country without being arrogant. And that is really beautiful. And the dynamism of the people, the mixing. So that I learn a lot also. There is a kind of humility that is super powerful.
Very nice to hear again. Thank you very much for this. Now, what do you think young professionals should focus on the most in order to pursue their career, whether it's in business or maybe
realize your dream. No time to lose. And be the best in your dream. No time to lose. I always say L'Oréal have more than 80,000 people, but me, I just have one life. So L'Oréal do not promote me there and there. I just build, design, paint the life that I want. And this is why I always realize my dream. So my advice to young people, you are not a victim of the society. Realize your dream. But don't be arrogant. Work hard. You will succeed in your dream, but work hard. Give the best of you. Accomplish with talent what you want to do. Not being quick and not looking for the smaller effort to have the biggest result. I think there is something in the new generation that we have to fix. I love the authenticity of the new generation, but I don't love the game. It's always a short game, very instantaneous game. So what I love in this game is the velocity, the acceleration, the agility, the performance you can obtain. But what I don't like is empty, because short-term target or short-term way to do your decision, it's not always a great way to achieve the big dream. You have to be resilient. You have to work for something that can come later. And that sometimes I feel the new generation too impatient. And sometimes also I think we have to learn and be exciting by learning more and not thinking we know already. Connecting with the oldest generation, connecting with other culture, not thinking that through our social media we know everything. We have to travel. Go around the world. Let your cellular talk with all the different people. Meet somebody that think differently than you. So, but never give up your dream. But being open, live the real life, being resilient, not playing the easy game will be my advice.
Very beautiful one again. Thank you for this. So now we'll get to the last few questions of this interview. Number one, what do you have left to accomplish?
I have so much to accomplish. Seriously, so much to accomplish. First point, I really want to make the difference on indigenous people in Canada. I want to go to Arctic and meet Inuit people. And in fact, I have thousands of stuff to accomplish. I want to discover other countries. And as I tell you, I have so much to learn. So this is just the beginning. I'm just 46. Imagine, I will reach maybe 90, 93 as my grandmother, years old. So many countries with beautiful white long hair.
Excellent. And so if you could have a private meeting with a person, dead or alive, anyone, who would it be?
Marina Abramovic.
Who is it?
Marina Abramovic, she's an artist. She's totally crazy.
Okay.
She do performance. And through the performance she's doing, she's showing the most beautiful part of human, but also the ugliest part. She's incredible. She's an artist, she's a performer. And if you look at his story and his performance, you will be very impressed. So yes, I want to meet her. I want to learn from her because she's super deep, she's super strong. She's audacious, she's courageous, and she's free.
Very inspiring again. Now a list of personal favorites. Number one, what book inspired you the most?
Alors, Circe, from Madeleine Miller. Tremendous book about the mythology. She reinvents the mythology, but even though respecting the Greek mythology.
Oh, really?
And it's really a feminist abordage, way of presenting Circe, and it's really magical. And the way she wrote is really beautiful. So I really love this book because about the story, the power of woman, the audace of this woman, but also the beauty of the literacy behind. And I love also the fact to respect the past. She really respects the history and the mythology, Greek mythology, but she puts some deepness behind with emotion, reflection. She makes the past very modern and meaningful. So I'm crazy about this book.
Very good. What's your favorite movie/TV show?
Alors, the favorite movie was Big Blue. It's about a Frenchman that does scuba diving, about the beauty of nature, about challenging yourself, about the fusion between human and nature. It's really something meaningful. As my father was a skipper of boat, so I have a strong relationship also with the sea and ocean. And for the fun, I really enjoy Casa de Papel because it's really fresh. And I love when you challenge the statu quo and the rules. I believe in human rights, but I think it's really important to always challenge the rules. So I love Casa de Papel for the impertinence and the dynamism.
The rebellion mindset.
Yes.
Very good. And last one, what's your favorite quote?
Alors I have this one, but I will try to translate
Sure.
properly. The one who plants trees, knowing that he will not sit in its shadow, have understanding the meaning of life. It's come from Rabindranath Tagore, one of the best philosophers of India. And for me, it's all about being resilient and fighting for something bigger than you. And it's exactly linked with my advice for the youth. It's not about just me, it's about us and what you do with your life that is bigger than just your personal success. And I really love this sentence. And also I really love trees. I am obsessed with trees. I pass my life to replant trees. So you will see all my new projects, we will plant new trees.
Very, very nice and beautiful. This leads to my last question of this interview. What can we wish you for the future?
Happiness.
Very good. This is a beautiful way to conclude. Maya, thank you very much for being with us today. This was Maya Colombani on Business Minds.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mais en fait, le fait que ça soit plus spontané.
Oui, mais c'est pour ça que...
Tu vois, Casa des Papel, j'adore. T'as pas vu ma vidéo, là? Non. Je suis avec Casa des Papel et tout. Je dis à toutes mes équipes de faire leur training.